On next year's G7, you alluded today, dropped several hints about Miami, about Doral, and hosting next year's G7 at your property. What reassurances, if any, can you give the American people that you are not looking to profit off the presidency?
Well, I'll tell you what, I've spent, and I think I will, in a combination of loss and opportunity. Probably it'll cost me anywhere from $3 to $5 billion to be president. And the only thing I care about is this country. Couldn't care less. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it. People have asked me, what do you think it costs? And between opportunity, not doing things, I used to get a lot of money to make speeches. Now I give speeches all the time. You know what I get? Zippo, and that's good. And I did a lot of great jobs and great deals that I don't do anymore, and I don't want to do them because the deals I'm making are great deals for the country, and that's to me much more important. Doral happens to be within Miami. It's a city. It's a wonderful place. It's a very, very successful area of Florida. It's very importantly only 5 minutes from the airport. The airport's right next door. It's a big international airport, one of the biggest in the world. Everybody that's coming, all of these people with all of their big entourages come. It's set up so, and by the way, my people looked at 12 sites, all good, but some were 2 hours from an airport, some were 4 hours from, I mean, they were so far away. Some didn't allow this, or they didn't allow that. With Doral, we have a series of magnificent buildings. We call them bungalows. They each hold from 50 to 70 very luxurious rooms with magnificent views. We have incredible conference rooms, incredible restaurants. It's like such a natural. We wouldn't even have to do the work that they did here, and they've done a beautiful job. They've really done a beautiful job. And what we have also is Miami. And we have many hundreds of acres, so that in terms of parking, in terms of all of the things that you need, the ballrooms are among the biggest in Florida and the best. It's brand new, and they want that. My people wanted it. From my standpoint, I'm not going to make any money. In my opinion, I'm not going to make any money. I don't want to make money. I don't care about making money. If I want to make money, I wouldn't worry about $3 billion to $5 billion, because that's what, I mean, at some point I'm going to detail that, and we'll show. But I think it's just a great place to be. I think having it in Miami is fantastic, really fantastic. Having it at that particular place because of the way it's set up. Each country can have their own villa or their own bungalow. And the bungalows, when I say, they have a lot of units in them. So I think it just works out well. And when my people came back, they took tours. They went to different places. I won't mention places, but you'll have a list because they're going to give a presentation on it fairly soon. They went to places all over the country. And they came back and they said, this is where we'd like to be. Now, we had military people doing it. We had Secret Service people doing it. We had people that really understand what it's about. It's not about me. It's about getting the right location. I think it's very important. Jonathan?
About the ethics, like you're trying to boost your own brand.
No, not at all.
Everyone loves to say that the polls got it all wrong in 2016, but that's not entirely the case. What kind of lessons did we learn from the polling of 2016 that we can apply to the 2020 presidential race? Take a look at the final results of the 2016 presidential election. Hillary Clinton had some 3 million votes more than Donald Trump. The polling leading up to the election told that story. Across the last 4 months of the election, Hillary Clinton at 47, Donald Trump at 43%, well within this margin of error of 2.5 to 3.5 points. Pay attention to this. These numbers are not exact, and you need to think about that error margin as you're thinking about each candidate's number in a poll when you read it. Take a look at Michigan. Michigan is a state that Donald Trump won by a razor-thin margin. But what were the final polls saying about Michigan in the lead up to the election? Hillary Clinton 42, Donald Trump 38. This is at the margin of error. This poll should be seen as it's anybody's game. The other thing to note here, of course, is the huge undecided. Add up 42 and 38, you get 80%. There's 20% more of the electorate out there. And what we know from the exit polls is that late deciders broke to Donald Trump, specifically in those critical states of Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. What I want to show you from the 2016 exit poll is look at Donald Trump's advantage with whites with no college degree. They were 34% of the electorate. That's a big chunk. and he wins them overwhelmingly. But it's in this category that you have to be on the lookout for in 2020 polls. Are the polls properly weighting for education? There's a paragraph in every publicly released poll by a neutral, valid polling organization that tells you how the interviews were conducted, how many. It's really important to look for polls that are polling 65% or higher on cell phones. Obviously, that's how most people are responding. The news in any poll you want to look for is a change over time. What is the trend? Take a look just at the 2020 Democratic primary polling over the course of this year, starting even in 2018. What's the story that these numbers tell? So you want to look for trends when you're looking at polling, as opposed to weighting everything into just one poll one day that just really is just a snapshot in time.